Now, I want to ask the audience, have you ever had to suffer through a meeting where your boss makes endless terrible jokes and puns that you and your coworkers are forced to laugh at, and then that just left you feeling utterly exhausted? Well, according to this new study, you are not alone. According to Business Insider, a study recently published in the Academy of Management Journal looks at how leader humor, which is an awesome way to phrase it, when someone is in a leadership position expresses humor, puts pressure on subordinates to engage in surface acting, which includes faking or exaggerating positive emotional reactions. Found that bosses who make too many jokes actually increase the amount of surface acting employees do, which can then lead to emotional exhaustion or burnout and lower levels of job satisfaction. So how exactly did they set this study up? Well, 212 business school students were told they were taking part in a focus group. Now, groups of 3 to 5 students were sent into breakout rooms, and they were greeted by an actor who would introduce himself as the vice president of sales at the university's bookstore. The researchers even instructed focus group leaders to present themselves in 2 different ways. One was instructed to wear formal business attire, including a navy blue suit and tie, and to introduce himself as Mr. his last name. He told participants he was leading the session and they should speak with him as if he were a formal representative from the bookstore. The second wore business casual attire, such as a navy blue polo shirt, and introduced himself by his first name. He told participants that we're all equals here and to talk to him as if he were a friend. Now, some of the leaders were told to make jokes and puns, and the others were instructed not to. Now, the study found that the leaders who frequently made jokes increased surface acting in followers, which subsequently resulted in poor well-being outcomes, including emotional exhaustion. These negative outcomes were more pronounced when there was a bigger power gap between the leader and follower. Subordinates felt more pressure to fake emotions when there was a larger gap. Now, does this mean as a boss, you can't tell jokes, otherwise you're going to be causing distress to your employees? Actually not, as long as you're making good jokes and sparingly. According to Business Insider. However, this doesn't mean the end of bosses making jokes in the office. In fact, the study finds that fewer higher reward attempts. I love higher reward, less crappy jokes, guys. At quality humor actually have a positive outcome on employee well-being, as opposed to making too many jokes. When leaders are more thoughtful about their humor, it actually alleviates the pressure of surface acting. Author Randall Peterson advises leaders to use humor sparingly instead. And I love this story so much. I've never felt distress by having to hear my boss make jokes unless they were really, really bad. But I'm also not necessarily one who's gonna pretend to laugh at a joke. I'll just look at you stone-faced if I don't think it's funny.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it.
I hate this study. Oh, there they are. They got exhausted. It was because I was doing leader humor. They're totally exhausted. They're wiped out. They can't work the rest of the day.
You just got to find the happy medium. That's all it is.
Okay. All right. Seriously, guys, this study is bull. Okay. So come on. Okay. First, is it true that I've caught feelings over it? A little. So am I accused of doing dad jokes from time to time? A lot. Am I sometimes called Michael Scott at work? Sometimes. Okay, now having said that, really, I mean, look, I'm on the other end of it too. I have been in life. Do I awkwardly laugh at other people's jokes? Almost never, because I'm too honest. But have I in life? Yeah, of course, everybody has. We're human, right? Afterwards, was I like, oh God, I'm so emotionally exhausted. I gotta go take a nap. I don't know what to do with my life. If an employee is exhausted over fake laughter every once in a while, and the study claims that they then become unproductive. Come on, brothers and sisters. Okay, I think that you might have had other issues if that's the case. All right, but let me go to another one of my employees. Be careful, Jackson. No, I'm kidding. Jackson's not.
Yeah, right. You know, actually, when Ray was in the middle of talking about this, what came to mind is like, what would it be like working for Vivek Ramaswamy? I don't know why that really popped up, because he's the most obnoxious, that he called a blowhard, but he's just and his old classmates say he used to raise his hand and make a V. But that's what came to my mind.
Right.
But yeah, I'm glad that you pointed that out, because that kind of you could have gotten not a lot of sleep the night before. You could be going through things in your personal life that could have impacted how you felt that day. So I don't know exactly how you quantify your boss being medium funny or really funny or not funny at all, to like how much energy you have left in the day. Because working, even if you love what you do, working just kind of sucks.
Right.
So like it just is what it is. Work is work.
Yeah, I do want to give a little bit of a trigger warning for the audience, because we do have some clips of some of Cenk's puns and some of the audience's puns too being read. So before we play this, I did want to warn the audience in case they feel extremely exhausted after these videos.
Wang Jun wrote in, "You gotta do what you gotta do to get that money, Cheese Bro." You guys are too good, man. Not a Dragon wrote in $20. Does that make him cheese broke? And he's like, this was for Cenk.
We got him on his breeze.
Oh, his defense is like Swiss cheese. It's okay. I gotta work on that, Cheese Bro.
But he does need that cheddar to defend himself.
There you go.
We like cheese.
Look, that one was mainly not me. It was Anna in the
actually,
audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of missed it with the Swiss cheese.
Yeah,
one.
the Swiss
She
cheese.
killed it.
Yeah, Swiss cheese was so mid at best. Okay, so but no, normally I am the king of dad jokes. There's no question about that, and I usually exhaust everyone here by forcing them to laugh at those jokes. But no, we have one more, right? So let's go watch that one.
We're gonna talk about woodworking in the post-game show.
How did I know?
No, I have videos. I have videos.
She has videos.
Yeah, and I'm going to discuss the merit of using automatic sanding tools versus manual sanding. It's a big debate.
And then finally, on a lighter note, Smooth, this should brighten up your day, Anna. Says not only is he interested in your woodworking, he says, Anna, I will offer you $1,000 to do a coffee table for me.
What?
Wow.
Oh, I just got real excited.
Okay.
Real excited. All right, hit me
Now
up.
watch, I'm gonna ruin our mood completely. April Fool's Day.
Okay, Smooth. Okay.
No. Smooth didn't do the April Fool's. I did. I'm sorry, Smooth, that I use your name because you write in all the time. Okay.
No.
She seemed pretty exhausted with you.
Yeah, she did seem exhausted, but notice there was no fake laugh. It wasn't from the fake laughter.
Right. She kept it authentic.
Yeah,
she kept it authentic.
So look, those April Fool's jokes, I don't even love them. I think they go too far. I felt bad about it looking back on it. Like I got her excited for no reason. But trust me, watch the Young Turks Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern, and you will be exhausted because I have more dad jokes. Oh, I'm sorry. Now, leader humor that you can shake a stick at. So let's see if I can wear you guys out.
You were on a roll today. You had a bunch of good ones throughout this the second hour, honestly.
Wow, Ray is so good. So yeah, you know what? Let's get her a raise. I'm kidding. They're contractors and it's Ray's last day. Because people are gonna take it seriously. They're gonna be like, I knew it. I teach. Anyways,
it is International Women's Day, so I think this is
it is that too. It is that
money. So
there's a lot of good reasons for that, for sure.